Hey everybody, I'm going to go over a few things with you here. In a bad situation, no power, you know, for a long period of time, and you have to cook, you have to eat, you can't eat everything raw. You can store stuff that you don't have to cook, but eventually you're going to have to cook. And I will say that this is not my only means of cooking. This is just some stuff I'm going to show you. Of course, the old-fashioned way: build you a fire, stick it on the end of a stick, whatever, you know, prop it up, roast it, whatever, like that. I did that before. We'll go over that one day. Maybe I'll go out on my land or something and cook something like that. But first we're going to talk about this stove here. It's just a camping stove. It's a propane. You put this tank, this kind of tank right here, on the end. Very, very simple to use. Very simple. And then you turn it on and you cook just like you was inside your house, you know. This is just for example. So, I mean, I've used these. As you can see, they've been scorched. I've cooked many a beans in that before, probably. But you fire it up and you use it. Bam. Just like, you know, perfect backup stove. You can get these stoves at yard sales. I want to show you this one. This one's a different kind. This one takes the regular Coleman fuel and you put it in the tank and you pump it up for pressure and you use it that way. This one has been used. I bought this one, I think, I like $10 or $5 or $10 at a yard sale last year. I've never used it. It's never been used, I don't think. So there's two different kinds of camping stoves you can use. One or the other. You can find them at yard sales for $10, $15. You can buy them brand new for less than $40. You can fire this up in the house and use it. It's not going to hurt you no longer than you're going to cook with it anyway. Then these, you got these. This simple stove here comes with this, the burner part, and the platform. It's a $10 stove. Don't come with the fuel tank, with the propane tank, but it's just a $10 stove, single burner stove. And it works. I mean, you could use it. It's working now. I'll turn it the right way. See the fire? And it'll heat up some stuff. For $10. You can cook all day long, boil your water, whatever you want to do. Pretty simple. Now this old boy right here, I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to practice with it one day. But it's a fuel stove. You put fuel in it, pump it up, and the pressure lights the burner. Pretty simple. It'll hold a bigger pot too. Then you got this one. This is a Coleman Max micro stove. They're about $25. It uses its own fuel. It uses the butane propane mix. And it'll heat up quick. And this is all, you know, that one's a little more expensive, but this one's $10 and it works just as good. A little bit bigger to carry. If you can get a smaller tank or something, might help you, but that's about the standard size tank. You get 40 tanks for like $11, I think. These are a little lighter for your backpack, which I use. This is what I use. This is just happened to be a spare. I got a spare of everything. It's just the way I do it. And then this one right here, you put a little kerosene in it. You got a wick, and light the burner and just set your stuff on top. This is an old military type stove. I forget exactly what it's called, but it'll work. It just takes longer, but you know, it is what it is. Now this one is the one I like because it's quick, fast. Fold it up, put it in your backpack. It's light. This is just the old school one that I was going to show you. And then this was another one that you can throw together and put it in a little bag or something. Now I have more of these stoves like this. I got one that's got a bag. It's got a holder for 2 things of propane and everything. And you're going to have something to cook on. You can pick these up for like $5. They're not the best in the world, but you can cook on it. I've fried stuff in the frying pan before. I've boiled water in this little pot and made mountain house or whatever out on the trail. So it all works good. I just wanted to share that with you, and let you know that there's all kinds of alternatives out there to cook. I mean, of course, you got the standard way, light the fire, or build your own fire right there with your striker. But to me, any one of these things could cook a meal. So if you want to spend $10 and a couple dollars, $3 for a propane tank, just to put back and cook a couple meals, or I buy this by the case. I have hundreds of cans of this. I even got the big bottles, and I got the adapters to refill the little tanks. Or I can hook a big piece to this, mount this on something else or whatever, or mount a big tank to this little stove and cook for days and months on end. But if you want the $25 one, and the fuel tanks are like $4, $5, $6, it's up to you. Now there's alcohol stoves, there's wood burning stoves. You can make a stove. If you watch Brooklyn Prepper's video, you can make a stove out of a couple paint cans and a couple cans. So there's tons of ways to do it, but you need to familiarize yourself with how to do it, how to get your cooking going, because you're going to have to eat. Eating is important along with being able to boil water. So if something got bad in your area for days or months or whatever, or if you were stuck, if you was out and you had something little like this, but your best thing to rely on is your fire, be able to build a fire. But if it was days on end and you had to cook and you had family members and stuff, one of these is perfect. You can use a gas grill and things like that, but be careful with it. These propanes, I don't recommend taking them in the house, unless you get out in the garage or something, you're cooking out there. But if you have to, I don't think it'll hurt you. You have to check on that for yourself. All information contained in this video is for you to use for your own best judgment and how it works for you. I'm not telling you how to do anything, just showing you some examples. But in a SHTF situation, you're going to have to cook. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day, great night, wherever it is you're watching from. And I'll see you in the next video.